Hello everybody, my name is Peter Madcat Ruth and I'm going to be your instructor for this lesson. And today we're going to learn a song called the Crawdad Song. It's a good old American folk song that's been played for a long time. First of all, in case you don't know what a crawdad is, that's a crawdad. Up here in Michigan where I live, those little guys are usually called crayfish. But they have lots of names all over the country. You can find those little crustaceans. Sometimes it's called a freshwater lobster. Sometimes it's called a crayfish or a crawfish or craydids or crawdaddies, or mountain lobsters, or mud bugs, or yabbies. But in this song, they're called crawdads. This song is in the key of G, and it just has 3 chords. First, let's start by getting to know a G chord. Find the 3rd string. So 1, 2, 3. That's the 3rd string. Take your first finger and put it on the 3rd string just behind the 2nd fret. Then take your 2nd finger and put it on the 1st string just behind the 2nd fret. And then take your 3rd finger and put it on the 2nd string just behind the 3rd fret. And press down and you should get a sound like this. And in order to get a good sound, you have to press down. You don't want it to sound like this. So you have to press down a little harder. Make it ring out really nice. Put the neck of the ukulele right there, and then I can still press down pretty hard. My thumb sticks up in the air. You can do it either way. You can put your thumb behind the neck or up in the air, as long as you press down and it sounds like this. Alright, so that's the G chord. Let's play that a few times. The next chord is a D7th chord. To get from a G chord to a D7th chord, just lift off your 3rd finger and move those other 2 fingers over one set of strings like this. So your 1st finger is now on the 4th string just behind the 2nd fret, and your 2nd finger is on the 2nd string just behind the 2nd fret. Sounds like this. So going between a G and a D7th, now the last chord is a C chord. Just put your 3rd finger on the 1st string behind the 3rd fret. Now sometimes I put my 3rd finger across 2 strings. This is another way of playing a C chord. and I like the way it sounds. But you can play it either way. So here's how it goes. You get a line, I'll get a pole, honey. You get a line, I'll get a pole, babe. I'm going to the D7th there. Then back to the G. You get a line, I'll get a pole. Go down to the crawdad hole. That's the C. Then back to G. Honey. And then back to D7th. Baby. And then back to G. Mine. You get a line, I'll get a pole, honey. You get a line, I'll get a pole, babe. You get a line, I'll get a pole. Go down to the crawdad hole, honey, baby mine. So I'll show you how I'm strumming this. By the way, I cut my thumb, so I have a bandage on my thumb today, but you take your thumb and hit that first string on a downstroke. And then I take the backs of my fingers. There's lots of ways to strum, but this is the way I like to do it. The backs of my fingernails, and I go down, up, with hitting all the strings with all my fingernails. Takes a little practice, but it's fun. Actually, when I'm coming up, I'm usually only using the first finger. So I'm going down with all of them and hitting just the first finger on the way up. So it's thumb, down, up, thumb, down, up, thumb, down, up, thumb, down, up. If you want to just use your thumb, that's okay. If you want to use one finger, that's okay too. But I'm using the thumb and all the fingers going down and one finger coming up. So I got a G chord going there. You get a line, I'll get a pole, honey. Then I'm going to change to the D7th chord. You get a line, I'll get a pole, babe. Then back to the G. You get a line, I'll get a pole, C chord. All go down to the crawdad hole. G, honey, D7th, babe, be mine. Back to the G. You get a line, I'll get a pole, honey. You get a line, I'll get a pole, babe. You get a line, I'll get a pole. Go down fishing at the crawdad hole, honey, baby mine. So let's try those chords again, just first between the G chord and the D7th chord. Then you move those two fingers over one set of strings and then back again and put your third string back down again. Third finger, I mean, back down again. One, D7, G, and then we're going to go from the G to the C. G, C, G, C, G, C. Now back to the G and to the D7. D7, G, D7. And those three chords can be used in so many songs. It's a wonder. So, very useful three chords. Key of G. Probably my favorite key. Okay, let's play the Crawdad Song all together. Where you get a line, I'll get a pole, honey. You get a line, I'll get a pole, babe. You get a line, I'll get a pole. We'll go down fishing at the Crawdad hole, honey, baby mine. Along come a man with a sack on his back, honey. Along come a man with a sack on his back, babe. Along come a man with a sack on his back, packing all the crawdads he can pack, honey, baby mine. Well, a big old crawdad crossing the field, honey. Big old crawdad crossing the field, babe. Big old crawdad crossing the field, kicking up dust like an automobile, honey, baby mine. Look at that big one crawling around, honey. Look at that big old crawdad crossing around, babe. Look at that big one crawling around. He's the mayor of Crawdad Town, honey, baby mine. Well, I heard the duck say to the drake, honey. I heard the duck say to the drake, babe. I heard the duck say to the drake, there ain't no crawdads in this lake, honey, baby mine. You get a line, I'll get a pole, honey. You get a line, I'll get a pole, babe. You get a line, I'll get a pole. We'll all go fishing to the Crawdad hole, honey, baby mine. Honey, baby mine. All right. Have fun with this. Adios.